prep day. I just finished topping off all 4 tires on the car plus the spare tire, and this is the beginnings of my NALM trip preparation. I leave next Tuesday on a 2,000 plus mile round trip to Wichita, Kansas. My power steering fluid was a little bit on the low side. I overfilled it because I know it's going to get depleted, but this has been a known issue on the coupe for a while now, over the last several years. Ever since I went with a remanufactured rack and pinion system, it's been a little bit on the leaky side. Here's our destination. Mr. Tom DeBerry, who is the event coordinator, director, has mailed out a 12-page document that outlines our day-by-day itinerary, and that is awesome. Initial mileage, 581, 540. Today's destination is going to be a small town in eastern New Mexico along Interstate 40 called Tucumcari. It's an old Route 66 stop with a neat hotel I'll show you later on. But the drive is about 9.5 hours, and I'm going to start things off by heading northbound I-17 to Flagstaff. Should have a nice change in scenery and temperature, about 20 degrees, typically cooler up there than here in the Phoenix Valley. Then we head eastbound on I-40 for the rest of the day. So come along for the ride and let's see how it goes. Our first fuel stop. It's a little town called Holbrook, Arizona, right off Interstate 40. Things have been very smooth so far. I've just kind of been enjoying the open road. It's quiet. It's a little bit cooler out this time of year here in Arizona. There's my first state line, New Mexico. Looks like somebody clipped the edge of the sign there. I got some storm damage. Stop in Albuquerque. Here we go. About 7 hours into the drive so far. I've made it to this little town on the eastern end of New Mexico, and I already see some abandoned gas stations here. This unfortunately is one of those stretches of Route 66 that were bypassed by I-40, and the place was never the same. I see it. There's my spot. Blue Swallow. Check this place out. It's so vintage. Oh boy, love the cars out front, and there's a little fountain. All right. Completely refrigerated. I'm glad we got AC. That's a big deal. Let's check in. Right behind this two-tone turquoise Hudson. There it is. Iconic America. This is Marshall working the front desk. Actually, he's sleeping on the job. You guys should know that. Perfect.
6208, is that okay?
Yep, let's do it.
National Register of Historic Places.
Okay.
The Smithsonian in Washington, well, they note our art.
Got it.
Very easy to lock yourself out.
Oh boy.
Okay?
I'll keep an eye on that.
If you do lock yourself out, I just showed you where you to find me.
All right, there you are. By the blue light.
That's right.
Gotcha. Here's home sweet home tonight. Love it.
Little music playing till 9 tonight.
Okay.
She's beautiful. She'll keep your beer cold.
Lois is still in operation.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So randomly a minute ago, the phone rang, one ring. Before I could get over here and answer it, it stopped ringing. So for sure, feeling super comfortable about this place. don't know if you can hear this, but it actually does have a dial tone. Time to take a little walking tour. The two restaurants that I could find that are open right now are a Chinese place and then one called Dell's, kind of a mom and pop joint. We'll scope them out. Now this one is cool. Look at this abandoned Relax Inn. This thing is dilapidated. If I had a little more bravery, I would totally go in there right now. Amazing. Here's your check-in counter. This one is also shut down, and you can see the weeds are about as tall as I am. At the Apache Motel, that of course is shaped to be an arrowhead, and it's definitely weathered. I'm gonna check this place out for food. Dell's. Dinner is served. Here's what the place looks like all lit up at night. Time for day 2. Gonna grab a coffee here. I found a shop that looks also very period correct called Carlson Coffee. Just on my way out of town here. Let's check it out. Now we're ready to roll. Unlike yesterday, which was all interstate freeway, today we will spend the entire 400-mile stretch on 2-lane back roads. So this should be exciting. This is also new turf for me. These are roads that I've not yet traveled.
Land of Oz.
Okay, apparently I'm here.
Arrived.
This is supposed to be Dorothy's house. Where am I? The Land of Oz. Oh my gosh, I can see it straight ahead. There's a lineup of characters along the street here. How funny is this? And here I am. Okay, welcome to the Cowardly Lion, Dorothy, the Scarecrow, and the Tin Man. Let's get parked and wander around. So it is very windy out here to no surprise, here in Tornado Alley. But I'll give you a quick tour of the grounds here. Back here you can see the Land of Oz. Maybe the wizard lives back there. And then I'm gonna check out what this building is over on this side. Getting closer here, I'm about 10 miles from the hotel, and my mapping application is sending me kind of on the outskirts of town. I guess Wichita is somewhere over in that direction. And yeah, right on track for arrival just before we head across the street to dinner. All right guys, it is time to rock and roll. 3:47 in the morning, Arizona time, which means it's 5:47 Central time. I'm gonna take a little different route today on the way home. I decided not to backtrack through some of the little towns. I'd like to kind of stick to the interstate if I can. So it'll be Interstate 35 down to Oklahoma City, and then I-40 all the way westbound toward Flagstaff. So let's get this show on the road. This is Elk now the town of Shamrock, Texas, and everything is kind of Ireland themed. This used to be a service station that's now, I think, a tourist center, but it's a great spot for pictures. My fuel stop in Albuquerque. It's coincidentally the same gas station that I stopped at last Tuesday, and things are going well. I've got about just a couple hours left, or maybe even less than, and picking up a lot of bugs today. Here's tonight's pit stop in Gallup, New Mexico. It's another charm of yesterday, convenience of tomorrow. Route 66 hotel here right near the Arizona state line. Got my final stretch today. Yesterday was about an 850-mile day. Today is short by comparison, only about 284 till I get home after this mega road trip. And that's a wrap, my friends, on my NALM trip to Kansas and back. 2,496 miles was the final tally over the last about a week. And happy to report that I'm back. Everything went well. The car obviously got me there and back in one piece, although I do have some suspension things I'm gonna kind of research into over the next few months, as well as some oil leaks, new tires, and 11-year-old timing belt, and a few other deferred maintenance items that I think this car really deserves. But all said and done, it got me home in one piece, as it did for 15 previous Acura Legend National Meets. So thanks for coming along for the ride.